to Marketing Tips Tuesday with Practicefuel, the 9-step system that will show you everything you need to know to use the internet to grow your practice. My name is Brian Devine, and today we are talking about one of the few things that it's really pretty controversial because it is the ability to make an offer, to put something right in front of people that are sitting in the waiting room of your competition. And why are we talking about this? Well, I literally just set one of these up and I thought, hey, you know what? Let's talk about how this works. There is something that is called hyper local targeting. And what it allows us to do is to say, this address, I want you to draw a 500-foot radius around it, or 1,000, or however large you want, or however small you want. I think 500 is about as small as we can go. But essentially, you can say, I want to show this second opinion offer ad, right? It's just an ad. And I recommend that you do, hey, have you thought about a second opinion? And whether it's, if you know that your competition does a lot of a particular type of service, then that's what your second opinion should be offering. So it's not bad mouthing anybody, and we won't do that. We don't recommend it. Never want to do that. But suggesting that you have a second opinion, right? Seems pretty clear, right? It is such a powerful and inexpensive way to put yourself in front of people that are sitting right in front of your competition. Now, if you are in an area where there is a lot of corporate dentistry out there and they are spending huge amounts of money on marketing, then you can capitalize on what they have done by putting your second opinion offer in front of the people that are just sitting in their waiting room. And it means that when they're in the waiting room and they pull up their phone and they go to any site really that has ads, we put your ad in front of them. Now, we can go one step further. It's, again, this is one of those, do you really want to do it? Because you can actually, once somebody has walked into that location, we can essentially, we know what the ID tag of their phone is. And I know you're probably thinking, well, I turn off my location, I turn all that stuff off, and I don't open my phone. Well, we can take it a step further, and as long as your phone is just on, right? And I mean, like this, believe it or not, this is on. So there's nothing here. I'm not using it, but it's on because I haven't removed the battery and I haven't physically turned it off. So because of that, it gets tagged, and we know that you cross sort of that 500-foot barrier, and we can now follow you everywhere you go. So that's a little bit more expensive, right? Because in order to do that, we have to pay some fees in order to do that. But if you just thought, hey, if anyone is in this building, then I know that they are very likely to need this particular service. So let's offer them a second opinion, and you just take them to a landing page that says, hey, we'd love to give you a second opinion on whatever that service is that you would like to give them a second opinion on, and say, it just makes sense to do that. And you don't say anything negative about where you think they might have come from, because you might have a list of 20 people in your area that you're like, hey, if anyone from those places wants to come to see us for a second opinion, why not? And it is extremely powerful, and it's very low cost, because we're not talking about showing this to tens of thousands of people every day. We're talking about a very small group. And since the way that this works is you pay per 1,000 impressions, you could probably put a budget of just a couple $100 and say, hey, let's just put this in front of people and give them the opportunity to have a second opinion. And it's pretty darn powerful. So I just want to put that out there. If this is something that you'd like to learn more about, we're happy to answer any questions that you have. Let me put, see if I can, I've got it here. There we go. So there should be, thought I had it. There we go. So you can go to practicefuel.rocks anytime and just fill out any of the forms there and say, hey, I've got some questions. And if this is something that you would like help with, we're happy to help. If you have some questions about it, we're happy to answer any questions, and just kind of go from there. And if you're just like, hey, that was actually kind of interesting information, or you might say to yourself, boy, I'd sure like to know if anyone's doing that to me, just make sure that you open your phone when you walk into your office and just go to sites, any of the big major sites that are going to have display ads, have ads on them. Oprah has it, CNN, Fox News, all of the news sites really are selling ads, and that's where we would be putting them. So if you just want to go, hey, I'd like to know if somebody's doing that to me, then just make sure you open your phone and take a look at some of those and take a look at some of the ads and see what's going on. And that is how you can find out if it is happening to you. And obviously, it's one of those things that you can't necessarily stop, but it'd be nice to put something in place if you know that it's happening, so that you can do the same. Because again, getting a second opinion is probably a good idea in general, right? And so you get to put that in front of people and give them a reason to come see you. All right, that's what I have for today. Hope you found some value in it. And if there's anything that we could do to support you along your path to success, we are here to do just that. All right, look forward to seeing you next time on Marketing Tips Tuesday with Practice Fuel. That's it for me. Bye for now.